south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Now it's Wilson. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish. But you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Lance. And it's caught here, Amendola. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Lance rolling to his right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They hand it off to Mostert. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, this defense for the Cardinals, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Matthew Ioannidis able to record his 5th sack of the season. So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he is all the way up past the 25.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on.
Touchdown! Elijah Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think the teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. And remember, they've had their open week already. So this could be a straight shot all the way from here on out. To me, the best coaches, they tell their teams, hey, I'll take care of you during the week. You just leave it all out there on game day, and I'll make sure you're ready for the next one.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Taking a shot for Samuel. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles, 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries. That could plague them down the stretch, but their intensity doesn't waver. I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs. And if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to look deep for Moore.
Oh, look at the catch there by Moore.
Touchdown, Cardinals. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Elijah Moore, the intended receiver.
That'll bring up second down. Jackson going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Jackson.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 32 on the play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chase Edmonds, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Cardinals continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point good by Prater. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Big yardage there on the scramble, and gets them a first down.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Throwing after the interception. Lance flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. From the gun, it's Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Lance looks to throw again. Flush to his right. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Let's go, D.
Throwing again on second down. Lance eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And Gold is able to put it through.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it, the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Oh, a good return up past the 30. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. It was Marcel Harris out of Florida making the tackle that time.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Now remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Edmonds.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play actions.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for two. And someone a little too eager to block this extra point. Henceforth, the flag. That makes this much more manageable. They'll move it from the 2 to the 1.
Totally manageable because many teams from the 2 want to throw the ball. But you put it at the 1, the running game is totally back in play.
Prater for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
49ers 3. And Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance.
And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
44 yards on the ground for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Gosh, on this drive alone now, he's over 50 yards rushing.
What's that old expression they like to use? He hung half 100 on him. That's what he's getting done, and he and his offensive line mates, they're having a ball right now. I know people are screaming, you got to be more aggressive on defense, better play calling. They need better execution. They need guys who will step up and make a big hit.
And the all-pro safety Buda Baker in on the tackle.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mostert trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Lance looking to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And now here is another interception. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
Now Prater to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The return man, Wilson. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Geno Atkins got home that time.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been...
bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Room past the 20. And some room to work. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
Gold able to tack on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now, on first down, Mostert stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Good play defensively. It'll be a loss of 1. Second down coming up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Buying time to his left. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On second down, Mostert.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Now Lance.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Got a man. It's Brown. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line.
Tyrann Mathieu, the All-Pro, up to make the stop.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Once again, it's Mostert. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. 30, past the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a